Hi, my name is Snigdha, and I'll be going through the Piazza part of the data exploration script. So for this assignment, we've chosen the DSCI 553 as our class for which we'll be building the teaching assistant. So this is an example of a post on Piazza, so a student can ask questions here, and an instructor can reply, or even a student can reply. So to scrape this data, we've used a package called Piazza API in Python. I'll quickly go over the script for this. As you can see in the beginning, we're just importing all the required packages. Here we're connecting to Piazza with our user login credentials. And yeah, we get the information of this particular class with the class code. And then in this section of the code, it's basically extracting all the posts as it is from this class, from the DSCI 553 class, and saving it to a CSV file. And then we perform some EDA and data cleaning. So we're just printing the shape of the data frame and the names of all the columns. Here I'm generating a graph or a figure which basically plots the number of posts versus the date posted. And then we go on to drop these unwanted columns in the data frame and extract some new information, like if it was posted by a student or an instructor. And then we go on to extracting the actual subject of the post. So here the subject in content means the title of the post, which would be this, and the content is the actual post text. Going back to the script, yeah, this section extracts the answer, whether it's a student answer or an instructor's answer. And these questions and answers are in the form of HTML. So this section uses Beautiful Soup to extract raw text content from the HTML embedded content. And then we perform some more cleaning to get rid of data entries which are not really relevant, like grades released or a welcome post or post related to office hours. Yeah, and after all the cleaning, this script saves the CSV, saves all of the content as a CSV with only two columns, one for question and one for answer. Yeah, some limitations of this script is that it does not scrape media. So if a student has posted a screenshot or a video, it does not scrape that. And it also doesn't scrape the follow-up discussions. It only gets the answer to the specific question. I'll run the script now. So we have to first log in. Yeah, then it connects to the class, and I have to give the Piazza access code for this particular class. Yeah, and then it takes some time to extract all of the posts. So okay, we'll go through this one by one. First, it extracts all the posts in this class to the CSV. And then coming to EDA, yeah, it loads the CSV as a data frame. It has 337 rows in total, and these are all the columns. um, yeah, there are two figures. So as we can see, the number of posts goes up probably every week because we had weekly assignments in this class, and then it peaks during the finals week. And another visualization is the word cloud. So these are the most used, most frequently occurring words in these posts. Okay, then going back to the terminal. Yeah, it's extracted all the content and answers. So for example, like I said, the content is enclosed in HTML tags, and it will scrape text from here. And yeah, it saved the clean data set, which we will see now. Oh, okay. Yeah, so the question column is something like this. So it has the tags, which is this. Okay, for example, we can take one of the student questions. Okay, this student has asked a question on item-based collaborative filtering. The question is the answer 1.78? And the corresponding answer is just yes. So yeah, these are the two columns, and this is the final data set.
Hi, my name is Samarth Saxena, and I will be describing the part of the script which is responsible for extracting information from the PDFs. Uh, this the domain that is covered by the script is assignments, homework submissions, syllabus. It could be meeting minutes, it could be lecture notes, lecture slides, homework submissions. So basically, anything uh, that is stored in a PDF is being handled by the script. So let us take a look at the data that we have. So as you can see here, this is the data that we have collected so far. It includes lecture slides as well as there are scanned documents as well. Um, and this is the demo data folder that I've created because the script will take a lot of time to run on the main data folder. So I've created a subset of the folder just to show for this video. And so it includes a scanned document. This is scanned with a phone with a scanner app, and this is the digitally this is the PDF that was available to us um, on D2L. So these are the different output files that will be created. Demo output is the file that we will create. So let me remove this for now. And an OCR script is the file, is this Python script file that we will run. And all these different CSV files are in regards to the main data folder. So it is not relevant for now. So let's take a look at the script. So yeah, so this part of the script helps convert PDFs, including scanned, printed, handwritten documents, or digitally created PDFs into a format that the chatbot can understand. The script begins by importing all the necessary libraries. Yeah, so these include libraries for handling images, OCR, data analysis, and these are the visualization libraries. So this is the main core logic of the code. This convert PDF to images function, it converts each page of a PDF into an image, and then it uses the PyMU PDF library to open the PDF and then retrieve each page and then convert it into an image. So the reason why we are treating each page as a separate element is because a PDF can have, let's say, 80 pages, and we don't want all that content to go in a single row in the dataset. We want 80 different rows to be formed with each page. So each row will have content from a single page of the PDF. This will ensure that the data set is of better quality. And after this the perform OCR function is called. This function is responsible for performing optical character recognition, which is OCR, on the images obtained from the PDF. And for each page, it saves the image as a PNG file and then uses Tesseract OCR to extract text and stores it in a list. And each page OCR results are treated as a separate element in the list, as I explained. And then the next function, which is write output as JSON function, is called. This function iterates through each PDF in a specified folder, and it performs OCR on each and then stores the OCR results along with the file name in a list. So the OCR results are written to JSON files, and then the array is extended with tuples containing the PDF file name and each word from the OCR results. So, and this is the function call for the same. Then comes the data frame creation and the CSV output. The OCR results are then used to create a data frame, and it has two columns, file name and content. The data frame is then saved in a CSV file. Let me run the code. As you can see, it's running in the background. Then comes the EDA part. So I've done some basic EDA on this dataset for now. First, I'm printing the first 5 rows. This is the word cloud that works on different platforms, but not on Ubuntu for some reason. So um, this needs to be still figured out for Ubuntu. And then I am calculating and visualizing the distribution of text lengths in the PDFs. We'll take a look at this in a second when the code has successfully executed. And these are different kinds of visualizations. These are basically for analyzing the most common words after removing stop words. And this one creates a heat map to visualize word frequencies in each document. So that brings us to the end of the script. And in summary, the script aims to process PDFs, extract text using OCR, and then perform basic analysis to understand the content. Uh, so as you can see here, the code has successfully executed. Here are the first 5 lines printed. And this is the distribution of text lengths that we can see from these two files that we had in our demo data. So there are about 14 different pages that have about 300 uh, different words in them, and so on. Yeah, that brings me to the end of this video. Thank you for watching.
Hi, my name is Revati, and I'll be walking you through the data collection part for retrieving data sets using APIs and storing it in CSVs. So, the first data set or the first website that we are trying to fetch data from using an API is Papers with Code. So, this contains a list of data sets related to different topics. And how this is going to help the TA chatbot is because integrating information about data sets will enable it to help students find suitable ones for their projects. And the data collection strategy is to use APIs. Papers with Code has a publicly accessible API that we have used to retrieve data sets. And yeah, so this is some sample data. It has ID, name, full name, and a URL. So the first part is to fetch data via API, and since there are multiple pages, a lot of web APIs that provide large data sets divide the results into multiple pages. So we make successive GET requests to fetch all the information that we have. And what's relevant to us is the full name and the URL. So we'll only be filtering out these two columns and storing it to a CSV file. Then some basic EDA is performed. Null values are removed. The size of the data is checked. And this is some sample data. So we have the name of the data set and the URL corresponding to this. So yeah. And then finally, we are saving this as a clean list as a CSV file. So that was one part of it. Then another data set that we're trying to fetch is the archive research papers available on Kaggle. So how this is going to be helpful is it will assist with academic queries and provide information on various research papers. So again, I've used the Kaggle API here. So this is the data set that we are going to use, and this has a lot of categories. So the first step was to fetch only the categories that we want. So to go ahead with that, I've done basic web scraping using Beautiful Soup to extract all the available categories. But before that, the Kaggle API set up real quick. So this needs an authentication key which can be fetched from your personal account on Kaggle and uploaded in the folder. So after that's done, we are good to proceed with using the API to fetch data. So the data is downloaded, and this is the web scraping part to extract information from the archive category webpage. So since the broader topic is data mining, only computer science and statistics research papers are relevant to our chatbot, so that is what we are fetching. So over here, we use a regular expression pattern and filter out entries based on the categories, which are CS and stats, and extract the title and abstracts for these, as this will be what we'll be using. So again, performing EDA on this. This is some sample data, the title of the paper, and an abstract of this. And then check for missing values, drop any duplicates, check for number of rows, and yeah, this is again some sample data, and store it as a CSV. And then to do further data exploration, the word cloud library is used to see what topics or themes are present in our data set. It checks for the most frequent words in the titles. So as we see, we have deep learning, neural networks, reinforcement, machine learning, algorithms, etc. So that's just some additional data exploration. And then we wanted to analyze the text lengths of the abstracts, which we can see here. So that's abstract text length, which ranges to up to 300 words, goes up to 300 words, and that's the end of the EDA for the archive research papers. Next, we wanted to include some interview questions. So having interview questions will act as a good training ground for students to prepare for interviews or exams. So we wanted to fetch some data mining related questions. And because a publicly available API was not, an official API documentation was not available, I've implemented web scraping. So here, so this is the website that we're trying to scrape, and if we do a quick inspect, we can see the structure of the web page. So based on the paragraphs ending with question marks, these are being identified as potential interview questions. And for the answers, we combine the main answer, which could be in a paragraph, and then some might have bullet points, so those are structured as unordered lists. So that's being done here. So we're extracting all the answers for each question and then storing it as a CSV file again. So that sums up the part where we had to store data sets using APIs or scraping in a CSV format. And just to see our QA data CSV, yeah, that's the structure of the CSV file. And these are other data. These are CSV stored from the data frames we saw earlier. So in the end, we'll be combining all of the CSVs that we have.